Welcome back. For more than 2 decades, the Charity Anywhere Foundation has been serving people all over the world. Many of the volunteers come with their families. It was started by an Idaho couple who live by the simple motto, be good, do good. And as you're about to see, they've done a whole lot of good. Gordon and Susan Carter spend a lot of time in airports and rarely travel light.
No.
That's because they often pack the unusual.
We fill the suitcases with everything that we can possibly fill them with.
From medical supplies to sewing machines and wheelchairs.
On this expedition, we know the airlines will allow us to put wheelchairs on as part of our luggage for free. So I went out and scared up, there was 8 of us, I scared up 8 wheelchairs.
The Carters can offer up these countless tales of crazy adventures, like the time they drove a sewer truck down to Houston so they could ship it to Ecuador.
Let me tell you, that was an experience of a lifetime.
Or how they arranged to get an ambulance down there from Malad, Idaho.
It was so funny. We got a picture back and we saw this ambulance on a little raft going down the river.
It's all part of their efforts to identify specific needs in underdeveloped countries and then round up volunteers.
We found that a lot of people really want to serve, but they just don't know how to do it. And we're a catalyst to bring about them being able to do it.
On this recent medical expedition, they and their volunteers headed into the Andes Mountain region of Ecuador. They set up clinics in the capital city of Quito and Otavalo. Surrounded by volcanic peaks, this city is famous for its outdoor market filled with colorful textiles, handmade jewelry, and crafts. Like many areas of the country, the people here have limited access to health care.
As you can see, it's an area which is unserved. No doctors, no dentists. So this is very good to come and visit these people.
The Carters met Dr. Washington Zambrano 25 years ago when they went to pick up their son from an LDS mission in Ecuador. Dr. Zambrano says he and Gordon have shared a unique friendship ever since.
Oh, Gordon is such an interesting person.
Those kind of expeditions I'd like to be on, where it gets a little exciting.
I'm a doctor, he's a businessman, so okay, we just put together our energy and just is trying to just go ahead with every project we have it.
Dr. Zambrano organizes the medical and dental clinics, receiving no salary.
It's about principles. We feel we are more fortunate than like them. We just break our times and we get out our comfort and come here and help these people.
In the last 10 years, the Charity Anywhere Foundation has helped 600,000 people in Ecuador alone. They also routinely organize medical and construction expeditions to Guatemala and Mexico and other countries.
I never would have thought 22 years ago that we would be accomplishing with Charity Anywhere the things we're doing today.
Volunteers come from all over the world.
To think that we're this international, a little foundation out of Twin Falls, Idaho, is getting international recognition, it's beyond belief.
On this trip, they brought a team from Utah.
These experiences change your life, and once you do one, you are hooked.
Joe Russell is a surgical tech from Logan. This is her second expedition with Charity Anywhere.
It's nothing for us to donate a little bit of our time to come down here and help these humble people.
Bill Hammond is a stockbroker, but on this trip, he's a jack of all trades, fixing a sewing machine, putting together wheelchairs, and helping people see the world more clearly.
We got big smiles as they were able to see some of them for the first time. It is almost amazing when you sit and think of all of these people that need all of this help. And we're a small amount that we can do, but you do just exactly what you can do.
And that small amount does change lives.
We're going to a little family where the lady is blind. These good people have decided that we would be Santa Claus in March.
This little expedition yielded unexpected results. The group thought they were just delivering some food and furniture, but then the 43-year-old woman complained of abdominal pains. Luckily, they had an ultrasound machine. It revealed a pregnancy with complications.
You never really get to stay around and see the total outcome of it. but you can assume that in a lot of cases especially where you found something fairly significant with a given patient and at least pointed them in the right direction of where they need to go, that it can make a big difference in that particular individual's life.
We always try and help the masses, and we did help over probably 500 people while we were there. But we always seem to connect with at least 1 or 2 patients.
The Carters say they've witnessed many miracles.
I just stand back and I'm amazed at what our little work is accomplishing to help those that are really in need.
And expect to witness many more.
It's been a real ride.
It's never boring.
Gordon and Susan Carter, 2 people united in doing good for the simple reward of smiles and new friendships.
Susan and I have sort of taken this as a Christian mission for us to spend our last days.
And what great days those will be.
I want to die in a third world country doing what I'm doing today.
Well, what a pleasure it is to have Gordon and Susan Carter with us. Charity Anywhere has needs for all kinds of volunteers. I also welcome families who want to work on the project. It was fun watching you two watch the story about you two.
It was so fun to see those people. It was just wonderful.
What is it like to go somewhere far away from here and change someone's life?
It's addictive is what really happens, because I just cherish the thought of going on another expedition and seeing not only the people we're helping, their lives change, but see our volunteers go home with a different heart.
Susan, what have you noticed there with the service providers and how their life has changed as they go?
It makes a huge difference. We've seen young people especially that have everything.
Right.
And they go to some little house that they're trying to help, and they see that they have so little, and they come home and they walk through their house and they say, we want to do this, especially if they go at Christmas. We want to do this every Christmas, because that's the spirit of giving. And it does. It makes a difference. We have volunteers that will come back and come back because of that special feeling that they feel.
What's the youngest that really you can go on something like this?
Well, my grandson was the youngest at 5, and he was our best ambassador because he'd go out and play with the children. At the end of the week, he had new friends, and he was the hero of the neighborhood.
So maybe if you're 10 and up or 12 and up, or what do you recommend?
Right.
Usually we go 14 and up.
14 and up?
14 and up is what we recommend.
There's an outstanding program in Guatemala, a nutritious meal program that you help get established. How does that work?
Well, we have a program where they donate, and we do an encaparina. It's a mush meal similar to the mush meal the church uses. And these children are in danger of dying. I mean, that's how hard it is. And with this mush meal, over a period of 12 to 18 months, they survive and they thrive, and they're alive from then on.
We're looking at some of the pictures from that project, and you'll want to help everybody, but at least you know you can help somebody.
You bet.
That's right.
It does. I was in when they were giving out the encaparina, and it was quiet. There was 100 mothers with babies, and it was quiet, and we couldn't figure out. The babies were so malnourished that they couldn't cry. And so when you know that kind of thing, and you're helping one child at a time, it's amazing. Yes.
As you put these trips together, you work with the governments, and you got to keep everybody safe and go into a village type that will welcome you. Has that been an easy process, or is that maybe the hardest part of all?
We get better at it every time. We of course contact church leadership. The Catholic Church has been a great source. The LDS Church has been a great source, but we also contact the health authorities, like the Encaparina program we just talked about. They go out and find the most at-risk mothers with their babies to come in, and we're getting better at it, but it is a challenge.
All right, if I'm watching this and I think I want to get my family involved, how do I get more information? How do I get a hold of you two to figure that out?
There's the phone number, and our website is CharityAnywhere.org.
Life-changing experiences. Better than a cruise, better than Disneyland.
The Carters from Bountiful, used to be in Idaho.
Yes.
We're glad you're here in Bountiful. You're closer to the airport where you can get on with your business, changing people's lives. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Coming up next, time management and how to pull it off. We'll ask this former college and NFL kick returner what works for him, and maybe we'll learn a few things that can help us. When Deseret News National Edition continues.
For a living.